It's week 6 of the NFL, and we'll see Bijan Robinson. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Falcons and the Saints, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Stroud looks to throw on the first play. And that is going to be it. As he led him a bit too much. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis. And that'll bring up second down. And you look at this Saints defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? Or what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Short throw caught by Pitts. The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago. 3 catches, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Third down and 1. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. The 4 touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. From the 23, here's a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer. And they're going to get this beyond the 40. taken down. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Got his man, Dell. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. The Saints with a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another first down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence, and he doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game, and who's to say that it won't happen the way he's doing it right now.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Now here's Mahomes. And he's got it! Touchdown! A.T. Perry. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator and what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The point after, good by Groupie. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. You can look at the Saints defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And the numbers for Gibbs from last week, there isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
But it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. Olave holds it in. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. So, Charles, you look at this offense. So what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, Not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the thanks
down the numbers. There he goes. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now Mahomes. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Michael Mayer.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Saints have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. Robinson up the middle.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. This defense for the Saints, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football. Stroud now on 2nd down. As they've got it as we resume action. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo.
This one from 48 yards away.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On first down, Mahomes
finds Gibbs on the check down.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 at the 41.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Perry. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Mahomes going to throw.
Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
The pass caught by Olave.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Mahomes to throw once more. Touchdown, Saints!
Takedown.
15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints are able to extend their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
A point after, good by Groupie.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Kyle Pitts returns to the field along with the rest of this offense for the upcoming series.
He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so.
Here's a diving catch right side. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Stroud.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Stroud looking to throw. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to do. And they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Taken in at the 22. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Forced out to his left. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Stroud sets up the play action. Dumps this one off to Algier.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Throwing now is Stroud. And complete to Drake London.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
And here's Bradley Pinion now.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's complete to Dill. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. This one taken in by Olave. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And again, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And caught by London. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 2nd and 6. Here's Stroud. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Stroud out of the gun here. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Well, Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally, you run to set up the pass. Here, it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about
it. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front with that game closing in on halftime. P.J. Walker, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at U.S. Bank Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. The Cards trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Packers. Jared Goff has a touchdown pass. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He got off to a hot start with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, threw another for good measure in the second quarter. So he has been on target throughout.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And no return here for Perry. That'll be a touchback. So here are the Saints to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. A quick throw, but incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans. Mahomes throw complete there to Perry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Mahomes now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Perry. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. From midfield, here's Mahomes. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job.
That's caught inside the 20. And they will touch him down the neck before he gets the first. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now it's Mahomes again. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's a screen for Robinson. A beautiful fake. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Mahomes firing complete, and he's taken down inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Mahomes now on 1st down. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Mahomes now to throw. Touchdown! Takedown with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. The partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Groupie able to add the PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Robinson with another carry. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Robinson, he'll try the left side. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And pass
across the 40 before he's out of bounds. Completion good for 14 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here's Bradley Pena now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10. Now Stroud.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28.
Stroud.
That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Hand off now to Robinson.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Checks this one down to Robinson.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Chase Claypool
From 4 yards out.
And the Falcons are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. New Orleans offense back out and ready to go as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 63 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You taking charge.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Stroud to throw it. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Stroud looking to throw.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Stroud. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Stroud on 3rd down now. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number 1, it's easy for him to get lost. And number 2, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw going to be caught by Davis.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And Stroud now to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons 1st down as a tackle made at the 15-yard line. Here's Stroud. Right back to Pitts again.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
Looking to throw. Stroud. This is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Chase Claypool with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire, but at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
2nd down and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Perry. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Hard throw, incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Stroud's throw taken in by London. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. On 1st down, here's Stroud. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Stroud will look to throw once more. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw into the hands of Pitts here. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Stroud working out of the gun. And the Saints pressure gets it. Brought down for a sack. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. He's going to get it again, just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll go again with Gibbs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for him.
It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans.
And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Saints, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It's Madden NFL 24, and we've got the Dolphins' versatile running back. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Dolphins and the Broncos, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi everyone, Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They're off to a terrific set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
And the drive starts with a run from Achane. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll run for it with Achane. And he'll have the Dolphins first down as they get this up to about the 42. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to run.
And that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3-and-out. They did.
It's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tyler. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Back to the ground, Achane. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Right back to Achane on 2nd down.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
When you look at this Bronco defense, they're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing Jones.
That's to the sideline and incomplete. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 129 yards, and he threw a touchdown in there for good measure.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
See if they do get under pressure, and they got to him again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again.
So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the board. I've got to, because he gives his team an identity and confidence. And if we slow him down, now guess what? Everyone starts looking at each other like, who's going to make a play? Because he's made all the plays so far. So I have to.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
On 3rd down, Tyler.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away.
And Marvin Mims deep for Denver.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. On first down, Jones. His throw incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and that'll bring up second down.
You talk about this Miami defense.
They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. It's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Here's Jones to throw on third down. And that is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over first and 10. Miami's offense set and ready to go.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Tyler.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
Brings up third and 1.
Operating from the gun. Tyler.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Denver's offense now set to go. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
From the 41, Jones. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. We're scoreless after one. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a first and 10. Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25.
Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson. 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Jones.
Over the middle, complete to Judy. And Judy's going to have a Broncos first down as he's brought down at the 16.
And the Broncos first down.
Looking to throw. Jones.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
York able to send this one through.
And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Here's Achane to start the drive.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Off the bootleg. Tyler.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First catch so far by Pickens. It's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard
Back to throw. Tyler. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Tyler.
That's complete to McBride.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 40. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Achane here, they stay on the ground.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs.
Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the 2nd quarter.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Broncos first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
Ball start, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And it is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are able to stretch out their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Tyler, a short one here, caught by McBride. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
Achane on the counter. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the 2nd quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, and this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a first down.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
Ball start, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A give, running right, Achane. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
brings up second and 15 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw. Tyler. A short one here, caught by McBride. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a fourth down.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Denver Broncos back out there. Former Tar Heel Javonte Williams, we shine the spotlight on him. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. That goes for a gain of 31.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 3rd and 19. A give to Williams, running right. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. That's returnable now for Smith. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. To throw on 2nd down, Tyler. This one thrown underneath to Achane. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A short one here caught by McBride. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Goes right back to McBride. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And that is no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where you see the final score there. Tua Tagovailoa, a touchdown pass in the victory. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. The Cardinals trying to hold on and claim victory. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. P.J. Walker responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. They start the second half here with Williams. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. Screenplay set up for Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them. Go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Jones throw here caught by Mims. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. This will be caught. Judy. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Up the middle, it's Williams. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Here is 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Cade York on now for the field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they're able to build on things here with a field goal, but the question is how much longer can they really rely on their defense to pitch a shutout?
That's a great question because the guys on the other sideline are saying, give us the ball. We want another shot at this. So yes, tight game. He'll take the 3. But this game, it's far from over.
And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
66 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 36
Operating from the gun, Tyler. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of the play that looked like he was in trouble.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw. Tyler to the right side and complete to Metcalf. Then he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Tyler, he's got his target. That's complete. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Trey McBride, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score.
So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points of the game, and they come here in this 3rd quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points and not really with a lot of hope. But with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
He completes this to Sutton. And he's up in it after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 25-yard line.
They give it to Williams running right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 50 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Tyler finding Pickens for another catch. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw again. He's got McBride here over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal, but you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here in the next play. Now a throw in the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to throw. Tyler.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker, and the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So that a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
Denver's offense ready to go again.
They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Williams. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4.
Offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And down to the 46-yard line here.
78 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and 3.
Off the bootleg, Tyler. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Achane gets it from the gun.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the ball. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and you watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Now Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
He'll air this one out for Mims.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Here's Tressway now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
The drive starts with a run from Achane to the 43, second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw on third down, Tyler. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That third down conversion good for 23. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34. Looking to throw. Tyler.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Broncos' 28-yard line.
Back to throw again.
That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Throwing on first down. Tyler. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Tyler.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
So he's good with that one, but remember, he did miss one earlier, and right now that's the difference in the ballgame.
And he knows it all too well, but also understands he can't dwell on it. He's got that one through. That's what counts at this point.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field.
4th quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago, and it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining.
Throwing, Jones. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. On second down, Williams. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Jones. That is caught. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. And that kneel down a little extra sweet. You get the win, and you knock out somebody's perfect season.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because it's not a championship game yet, but the team that's undefeated feels like a champion. So you've won a little bit extra in this one. Yeah, they've got to feel great about taking a knee here.
Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They play turnover-free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
So for the Broncos, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.